The checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
We are at QSpeed Robotics, and Mr. Tony will be explaining what we see here and what the company is all about. It has been already a year or so on Georgian market, right?
Yeah, around 1.5 years. So we started the project here around by the end of 2021, and we started building this project, and which is for export. And this project is actually based on two robotic systems, mainly for a evaporated milk line, and this is exported to Saudi Arabia. These two lines, I mean, QSpeed Robotics in general is specialized in customized, automated, and robotic solutions. So, and this is one example that we did for this customer. Now, you would see here on the shop floor, you have two machines. One is a depalletizing system, robotic depalletizing system, and the second one is a palletizer. So these are the beginning and the end of the lines. So, and the objective of this is to show that, first of all, QSpeed Robotics is a Georgian company, and we try to promote the company and see the customers existing in Georgia in general. So we're contacting the local customers to see how the potential and then build up for the future with them.
Yes. So you are already exporting, right? Where are you exporting, and why from Georgia? Why did you choose Georgia to do business?
Yes, definitely. So actually exporting mainly to the Gulf countries. I think more or less we were really hesitant during a period of time to say where to go in the next step. And looking at the friendly business environment in Georgia, which is more or less, first of all, near Europe. So it's a door, a gate to Europe. This is one aspect. And all the agreement that Georgia had with many countries like CIS countries and other places, this like makes Georgia a place where you can expand without really the hassle of customs, the duties, and things like that. This is two aspects. Second, I think there are, I mean, the FMCG market in Georgia is growing. The customer, I mean, the market is growing. Therefore, the factories will be growing, and then we will be supporting them in automation solution. And last but not least, is living in Georgia is really a pleasure. I mean, the country is really a pleasure. Everything is, you're happy to live in this country. So more or less, all these aspects help us to say, okay, let's go to Georgia, and then here we are.
Is it easy to find workforce here in Georgia, or how do you build all this smart technology?
There's no doubt we have some difficulties in what relates to technical skills. And we're communicating with many universities these days. First of all, for this project, we had to bring team from outside. We had recruited some Georgian in order to start building on them. But there's no doubt a lack. We're talking to universities, many universities, to say, okay, how can we do in order to develop the youth coming, how to motivate them to love this industry, the automation, and then can we build a curriculum, can we use our skills to build some young people coming motivated, and then they come to us, they start working, maybe they love this industry, and then so forth we can grow with them.
Is there any competition on the local markets?
Not at all, not at all. We're really definitely one company doing this job. I mean, using robotic system for industrial purposes, customized solution. We are the only company today in Georgia. So, and maybe this is the difficulty that we're facing, is like we're paving the road for others to come. We're having, for example, difficulties to convince the custom people that we're building this in Georgia, and then we need the COO, please release it. So they used to have four components to build an item and then sell 100,000 of it. Now is completely the opposite side. They have one system and it's composed by 100,000 items. So this is somehow, these are some difficulties. I would say that the first comer will have to live with it. But as long as the people are listening, are able to to understand and cooperate with us, for us is fine.
How is this bureaucracy working, Tony? I mean, whenever you have this kind of problems or at customs, do you quickly find the people who can fix that?
I see it's taking time. I mean, yes, we have difficulties. I mean, we have 1 or 2 people from the team going there to the office and then explaining 1, 2, 3 times, making big documentation in order to prove that what we're doing is really what they want. And the most important part is they're listening. And they're listening, they're understanding, and this is for us is very important.
Yes.
That's the key point.
Who do you see as the major clients on Georgian market, since that's what you said? I mean, we are now 100% exporting company, but we want to find clients here locally on the Georgian market.
I mean, all the beverage companies, that means all the CSD companies and the beer companies and the water companies are potential clients for us. Now, I think it's important they understand that we have the skills to build customized, automated and robotic solutions for them with local manpower and then local service. And this would be really the key point. I'm sure today they are buying everything from Germany or from Italy. They have an alternative on some part of the lines to make it locally and then develop the local industry, because sooner or later they would need the skills around them.
And that is a big competitive advantage, right? Because what we see here probably is not cheap.
No, not at all, not at all. We're talking about a project between 1 and 2 million, what you see here. So it is really of big aspect. And in terms of competitiveness, I think the competitiveness will be more or less related to the manpower and the local service, because the components, we're buying European components, German, Italian, whatever components. So the quality of the system is similar, is sometimes even more smarter, because it's more customized, because we've been to the client and we listen to him, and we are of a size of company where we can really tailor things to the smallest need. Whereas big companies in Europe, for example, they would just have, this is our solution, and then you take it, you adapt yourself to the solution. Whereas we are completely on the opposite side of the spectrum. We listen, we adapt, and then we supply.
Yes, and so right now you are in kind of like an open door, right? So these companies can come, see. Did you already have some companies that have looked at the equipment?
Definitely. I mean, we're spreading the word. We had an open house for starting Monday and until tomorrow. We still hope to have more people. We tried to spread the word on social media that the open house is here, but maybe people are not really used to the word of open house and equipment. We're trying to call every customer, wherever we have contact with. We had Zidazini, for example, yesterday. Now in half an hour we have Snow coming, Borjomi hopefully next week. So Coca-Cola tomorrow morning. So we're having contact, and when people are interested, because it's something new, but it's just to find the right time to come, and this is the right moment.
Okay, and we are the right media to be in place. Thank you so much, and wish you success.
It's a pleasure having you and hosting you here. Thank you for the time.